counting the costs Storm Alley left in its wake. The roof of this Gateshead home ripped off and flipped over. The tenants escaped uninjured and were rehoused by their landlord, who now has a rebuild on his hands.
Our tenants had been on the phone saying that the roof had been ripped off the property, so I got down here as quick as I could, and when I arrived the fire brigade were already here and they were busy tying the existing roof down as much as possible. The roof was over and it had flipped, and also the tiles were coming off and they were flying off like frisbees. The fire brigade asked me obviously to keep a distance, a safe distance, which I did, but as you can see it's in quite a mess.
In Newcastle, the clean-up underway. Not just roofing torn apart, but wood fencing too. And it was natural wooden structures in need of attention in Rothbury, these trees forcing Northumberland County Council to close a country road.
It's not something we can deal with as just pushing the tree to the side and opening the network. It's more a case of having a structured approach to it to ensure that everybody, including the members using the network, are safe.
The paramedic driving this ambulance escaped uninjured in Newcastle, but the 3 people travelling in this vehicle were hospitalised with injuries after a tree landed on their car. At Newcastle Station, there were tales of woe. This North Shields man failed to get to Arbroath to celebrate his great-granddaughter's first birthday.
Popped in here yesterday, got on a train at 5 to 1, hopefully heading up to Arbroath in Scotland. But we didn't get there. We sat for about 3 hours or so, somewhere up the line, came back, came off here and then queued up for a taxi for a long time.
And this Durham lady lucky to get home after being rushed on board a train from London's King's Cross yesterday, but at a cost.
I spoke to this guy and he said, quickly get on that train, so I got on the train and luckily it got me back to Durham last night. But unfortunately I left my bag on the train, which had gifts for my children on there. It was a bag for the Harry Potter shop, you know, 9 3/4. So I'm just looking for that at the moment.
Despite some delays and a couple of cancellations, normal rail services have resumed. Braced for the next storm. Kris Jepson, ITV News, Newcastle.